Also, well, I'm not sure if this happened over the weekend. I guess it had to. That's when I heard about it. Joe Johnson, or maybe it's 2 weekends ago. I'll take that back. Maybe it's 2 weekends ago.
Okay.
Where Joe Johnson and his Big Three team won the championship in the Big Three. He hit like a game-winning shot to win the game.
Right.
And because of his play, he's now getting workouts for the NBA again.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, and
I saw that.
Like 3 teams are interested. And I remember the reason why it was important for me to mention is because I remember when the Big Three came out and he was saying, Ice Cube was saying, you know, this is an opportunity for the older cats to get overlooked because of their age to play ball and then maybe get a shot to get back to the NBA. So it's not a thing about trying to, you know, compete with the NBA or anything of that matter, but more so just to give people an opportunity to play ball, one, and then two, you know, if they ball out, the NBA see it and them get a job because of it, back to the NBA because of it. So Joe Johnson, to my knowledge, is the first player to play in the Big Three, ball out, and get an opportunity, or at least get a workout.
I would have to do the research, but I do believe you're right that he is the first
to actually get a workout.
Get a workout after balling out.
Yeah.
And actually winning the title in the Big Three.
And won an MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I hope you get a shot.
Yeah. You know, truth be told, though, man, a part of me always believed that Joe Johnson belonged in the league. Like when he left, or I don't even know how his exodus came about, to be quite honest with you. Well, but I always thought that he still had some skills.
His last was with the Rockets last, if I'm not mistaken.
The Rockets? Okay, yeah. That doesn't sound like.
And
conference finals, right?
Yeah,
he was on that team.
It wasn't getting much burn.
Sure.
Know.
He was like the 11th man coming off the bench or something like that.
Yeah, but wasn't getting burned.
Wasn't getting much.
I mean,
play.
We're not asking Joe Johnson to start in the NBA.
Right.
We just want him to get, get an opportunity. He's better than some of these guys that are playing.
I remember, and I don't remember if it was the Golden State series or the series before that, but Cats was like fiending for Joe Johnson to, get on the floor and, get some play.
And they needed some points.
And it was I think it was one of those games in the series where they needed some buckets. They were dry and they was like, yo, what about ISO Joe? Let's get him in the game. Man, I always felt like Joe Johnson should have never resorted to the Big Three, regardless of what happened, but big ups to him for winning the MVP
and now getting a workout.
Yeah,
and I don't recall who the teams were, the 3 teams, but I remember thinking to myself, he should get a job on one of them teams.
He should. He should.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's what I left thinking. Like,
and can I bring up Melo, since we're talking about guys that should be getting jobs here? So the Brooklyn Nets have hosted a workout for Carmelo Anthony. And there's reason to believe that there's a great chance that Carmelo Anthony will get a contract signed with the Brooklyn Nets. As far as fit goes, I actually like the fit. And again, he's going to come off the bench. I think at this point in his career, that's what he's going to do.
I think he said that he understands that that's the case.
And Kevin Durant, and not that Melo is going to replace Durant in the situation, but if Durant is out and Wilson Chandler is suspended for 20-something games, you need roster spots filled up. Melo's the best one out there, and I'm looking at the Brooklyn Nets saying, hey, why not, man? The fan base and the people that love the Nets, they're gonna embrace Melo.
Yeah,
the borough's gonna embrace Melo. If this happens, I'm all for it, man. I got a big fist up in the air and hoping that Melo, gets his contract signed with the Nets, man. Because look, Kyrie Irving, as great as he is, man, he could use a Melo.
Yeah, but did they lose anybody on the Nets? I mean.
Not nobody significant.
Yeah.
I mean, Dinwiddie is still there. Karis LeVert
is still there.
Is still there.
I mean, and obviously, your boys in Golden State.
Oh, D'Angelo.
Russell.
Yeah, I mean that's the
Okay.
only one.
Okay.
That's the only one.
Okay.
I mean, granted, he was only there 1 year, but
Yeah.
he balled out. That was his best year up to this point in his career. So if you could say there's a loss, it would be that. But you replaced him with KD and Kyrie.
Right.
So, I think the Nets will be fine in that regard. Look, man, Nets, make it happen, man. Find a way to get this dude who is a surefire Hall of Famer. He's gonna go to the Hall of Fame on skates. Get him on the roster, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm tired of. Well, Melo is, his game doesn't translate to the league and what they're doing. I don't want to hear that, man. He can shoot threes.
They need